All right, let me switch over to. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's been a while. It's been a while. I've been extremely busy recently, and I've also been fairly preoccupied because I've had a lot of weird house things going on. So I've had to deal with that in addition to just being profoundly busy as I normally am. But yeah, I am back, and today I'm going to be doing some more, or I'm going to be working on OmniGear, and it's going to be a little bit different than I normally do, but we can get into that a little later. This time I actually have a what you call like a brief overview of things, so that I can remember when I want to talk about. So yeah, today, or what I'm planning on doing now that I am I'm back, I'm gonna be doing a lot more shorts and do videos and stuff. In fact, I'm planning on releasing there should be a short that should be coming out during this stream, but doing those two things. I am working on a new video. I'm starting working on it, so don't expect it to be like, all right, it's coming out like tomorrow, but that is the plan. And then another thing in terms of just live streaming, I'm planning on, one, live streaming more, but two, I want to add more variety to live streams, because I also I've noticed that like I was constantly just doing like one type of stream with maybe the occasional like hyperdot level design stream in there, and I want to have a little bit more variety there. So I'm planning on doing some more so continuing doing some like OmniGear development stuff. So that would depend on whatever I'm working on then, but doing more hyperdot levels. And I'm also planning on doing some more hyperdot related content in terms of possibly working on like some platform specific things. One thing that I've been saying for a long time that I have not had any time for, but now I might have a little bit more time for, is working on the mobile version of hyperdot. It's already like halfway done. Like in fact, I have it on my phone right now, but like the UI for it is not at all done, and it does not all work. So that's one thing I might be doing on stream and stuff. And then the other thing that I also want to try out doing is more technical tools related stuff. So one thing that I have also done throughout the many years that I've worked on video games and things is that I've developed a bunch of tools that I utilize and carry from project to project, and I want to work on that stuff to showcase a little bit of that, and show like, hey, there's tools are actually one of the unsung heroes of game dev, because they're so useful when you implement them. But it's always like, I'd rather just trudge along kind of thing, and I it's one of those like, oh, in retrospect after I do that, that's the thing where I'm like, I really should have made this tool a long time ago. That's what happened with the level editors in Hyperdot, is that I didn't make level editors for a long time, and and then when I actually like added level editors / added a tool set for that, that's when things like opened the door, and I was like, why haven't I done this all the time? But yeah, so yeah, I'm planning on doing a lot more variety in live streams, and also, you know, bringing live streams back. So you can expect that. And then But yeah, I think with that, I will, so I have a little bit of a new setup. Oh, hold on. I got it. Pressed the wrong button. There we go. I have a little bit of a new setup because this is a weirder stream than I normally do, which today I'm going to be doing more sketching and like brainstorming for ideas for the for OmniGear and OmniGear's art style slash like the different ways in which I'm going to take the art. And I've already kind of well, not kind of, I've already like tried in earnest to try and figure out the art style off stream, just trying to figure it out, and I really couldn't do it. I was struggling a lot with it, so I figured I want to show both, you know, the ups and the downs of development and things, to show, hey, you know, you don't always have to know what you're doing. But that's a little bit of the nervousness of switching, you know, to actually like show the thought process, because there's a lot of me just like thinking and rambling and whatnot. So I guess nothing really new there. But we're gonna switch over to doing this. Whoop. So this is on my tablet here, you can see. But yeah, as you see, I have all of my stuff here on my tablet. I'll zoom in and I'll just do like a really quick overview of the things that I do, but you can see like all the different references and sketches that I've done and stuff. And I've also noticed something, but I'll get to that a little later. All right, so if we go in here, yeah, so really I've been trying to figure out what exactly it is that I'm trying to accomplish in terms of like the different, like what a robot or robo is, or like a player, what the player will look like, and the different parts, and how exactly that looks. So you can see that there's tons of things like that I've like tried to sketch down and with my horrible handwriting, sorry. Where yeah, I have just like, okay, these are things that I have to think about. What are some like initial ideas I was thinking about? Oh, what's the face look like, and stuff like that. If there is a face, do I want to have a face, and stuff. And I've tried to look at like other inspirations. So there's some Megabyte Punch, which I really do enjoy. But yeah, looking at like Megabyte Punch, seeing how they went about things, what parts I like. So I try to give like a small blurb of like, oh, I like this thing about this, or like, oh, this is a little, this isn't necessarily the style in which I want to do things and stuff. Again, looking at various things, thinking about like various body parts, thinking about how they connect. And that's where I would like to move into some of the things that I've observed while I was working on this, is that I feel like I am really thinking about this from like a technical standpoint a lot, and less so about just like feeling free to sketch down whatever is in my head, because I'm always thinking like, okay, well, how am I going to pull this off? Like, how do these things connect? How does this all work out and stuff? Ooh, this one, ooh, there we go. This one here is like one of my one of the things where I was like, oh yeah, I really like this. Surprise, it's Custom Robo. If you haven't seen, I have a video on my first devlog is about my inspiration from Custom Robo. But it's not actually Custom Robo, the game that I played. It's the N64 version that was only announced in, I believe it was released in Japan. I would need to go double check that, but I'm sure that there are plenty of people that will tell me that I'm incorrect. But yeah, I really like the shapes there. I really like how how simplified a lot of these shapes are, and very blocky, which that's the aesthetic that I'm going for. One of my pillars is a modernized PS1, which is, well, this is an N64, but the really blocky, like very distinct and clear elements here, where you can like clearly see the shapes and outlines of things. That's the stuff that I really want to do, like, if you can, like, just like looking at this, you can like clearly just see the shapes and things, and I really want to like pull off something like that. I feel like something like this is a little bit too complex, and I don't think that that's what I would really want to get out of it. But yeah, and then I was going around thinking about like how things connect to things, because that's one other thing, is that there's a difference between how, like, in custom robo, those things connect, and how you customize a robot in that versus how I am approaching it, where in custom robo, you have like a base person or a base robot, and then you're attaching things to said base robot, versus me, I'm like completely changing like parts. So you could have, like, up here, you could have a biped over in the upper right, or you can have one thing that I just kept coming back to is like having like spider legs or something like that, and like that could be changed. Or like, yeah, what happens if the body looks like that, or it looks like a spider leg kind of thing. I don't know whether or not I want to like actually have something that drastic, but maybe this is the whole process of me sketching and trying to figure that stuff out. But yeah, and then this was me doing some more soul searching for what exactly I want to have like the face look like. Do I have a helmet and stuff? And I really I did ultimately think that I like this this more visor look kind of thing, and then really like this kind of shape here, particularly this head shape here. That's the thing where I'm like, oh yeah, this is something that I'm starting to really like, the more geometric shape. Although I am a little worried that I'm like, oh geez, am I falling back into doing like hyperdot, but just in 3D? We'll see. I don't want to have it be super simplified to the point where it's just like, yeah, geometric shapes and stuff like that. But yeah, just trying to explore, see like what exactly or how exactly things can connect. Particularly the head. That one's one where I'm like, ooh, how does that connect to the rest of the body? Because I want to have it so that at least my thinking is that I have it so that you're looking like the body can rotate and aim in the direction like wherever you're trying to shoot or like attack, and then the legs will rotate in the direction it's moving. That way you'll have like, oh yeah, this looks correct, and I clearly can tell which way you're aiming and moving at the same time, and it just like looks really natural, and that's kind of what I want to do. But yeah, there's tons of me just like, yeah, just going around thinking about how exactly I want to do things. But that's what I'm going to be doing more of today, is that I'm going to do more sketches. I might go on the internet and find some more references and stuff, but we'll see about that one, and things like that. But that's kind of where my mindset is. This one here is like, yeah, how do all of these parts connect? And I was ultimately like, I think that I'm finding that I want to have it so that the base parts of your thing, so like not your limbs, so your arms aren't connecting, and your accessory doesn't necessarily need to connect to the body, like as you can see in these, like, yeah, the arms are kind of floating in space, but there's like a central thing where they're connecting, like from the legs or the head, but again, I'm trying to figure out what works best. The one thing I did not like is to do the full Rayman style where like it's all just floating limbs. That was one thing that I didn't want to do, but maybe, I don't know, still trying to figure that out. There's gonna be a lot of me saying, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, something like that, while I'm working and discovering things, because this is a lot of me just trying to do a bunch of like, not necessarily not word vomit, but in a visual sense, but just trying to figure things out. But yeah, so that's the current state of things, and I'm basically going to be going in and just adding on to this and start doing sketches and stuff. So I apologize beforehand. I'm going to be looking down a lot. So I will probably, I might be missing some things in chat and stuff if people are out there chatting and things. Sorry if I'm going to be a little bit slower to respond. But all right. So let's go ahead and get started here. So like I said, the one thing, or the couple of things that I've been really interested in, and this is where I kind of left off here, is these more they're like more simplified shapes. Not necessarily like, I'm also still trying to figure out like whether or not I'll do like texture work in things, and I kind of don't want to do some texture work. I don't want to have more like shader and graphics, something that really gives you a clear silhouette. But if we go look over here, something like this, I would still be totally okay with, because it's very much like vector or vertex colors. So very flat shaded, not a lot of, there's not a lot of like colors and shapes here, or for textures and stuff. And that's something where, yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out, but I don't know. We'll see how exactly these things work out. But I really like this. I also really like this UI thing. Not necessarily in the scope of what I'm trying to do, but that is also another thing that I can go down in terms of like an alley that I can go down where I'd start working on something else other than just the characters, maybe the environment, which I'm not particularly super fond of the environment here. I'd rather stick with like this more lattice, super like, oh, this looks very virtual thing, largely because it's a lot more, it's so much more work to do something that's like there's a lot of textures or blending and stuff like that. So trying to figure out ways to still look really good, but also save on my sanity and whatnot. So here we go. Let's I want to continue this thought here. Oops, sorry about that. I want to continue this thought here, where yeah, I have like I have things where I'm like, okay, well, how does like these things how do these things connect, and like trying to figure that out, because I think that of all the things that I've drawn so far, there are two things that I've like really liked, and I think that I'm gonna actually keep. The first like big one, where are you at? Yes, this. I really love this like spider leg thing, and I want to have this. I want to have this somewhere in like the final design. And this is probably going to be like procedural animation, so it's not going to be canned. But like, so when you rotate, it'll the legs will just like react and try and be in the like put in the correct spots and stuff. Save me on a bunch of work that I don't want to try and accomplish there. But yeah, I really like that. And then the other thing that I really want to do is I really like these shapes, or at least like this silhouette style, with like a visor kind of thing. I don't necessarily want to have like eyes or things like that, because I think that could be or that isn't necessarily like the style in which I want and whatnot. So yeah, so let's see, let's go here. Also, this is very hot. I am now realizing my tablet. Here, let me Oh, nope. There we go. Oh yeah, hey, look. Not this. There you go. Gonna put on better performance. I don't need all the performance. But yeah. So, let's try just like sketching out some more shapes. This here is the thing that I'm really trying to think about, is like, how do all of these things connect to each other? So like if I just had a stand-in for the body, sure. How does these things connect? So up here I have a bunch of like I had tried to do like a circle thing. So like before I did like this thing, like say this is the visor or whatever, then I have like a circle that you can connect to, and then that circle is the thing that like attaches to whatever. I don't know, here's a body shape, and I don't like that at all, especially with this head shape. That does not at all look good. So I'm thinking like particularly this head shape. I like this this leaning head shape where you can see like, oh yeah, there's this like angle kind of thing, like this thing going on, and it's leaning forward. But yeah, I just don't know how to connect that to the body, because this here, I like this as well, or this here, but it's not nearly as it's very specialized, I guess. The body shape is fairly specialized, and that's why I'm trying to figure out like, oh, what's the best way to make a more generic version of that? And I'm not sure. Also, excuse me while I hydrate. So yeah. All right. Yeah, not entirely sure. Let's go in and try and figure that out. So, oh geez, trying to adjust this stuff well to allow you to hear me while I'm trying to look. So yeah, let's say. So one thing that I've done, and you can see up here, is that I tried just attaching it directly, but the problem with that is that one, that doesn't work with all body shapes. And I'm trying to figure out that generic version of the body shapes. So if I did something like this, I could do like a line that can attach to it. But the other thing is that I don't know whether or not you can just like attach a point, or I'd have to figure out how to attach a point to the body, I guess somewhat dynamically, because like say, yeah, this is the body shape that it's a square or something like that. It's very boxy. Then say that I make another body shape where, okay, yeah, it's like that, whatever. But it's a circle, or it's very organic shaped. Then I would have to be like, okay, well, yeah, this is a little. I'd want to. Actually, yeah, let's say it's like this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, I guess I'm just sketching at this point. But yeah, I have a body shape like this. The issue here is that with me doing this, I'm trying to attach, or I'm trying to position the head so that it looks, or so that there's like okay, here's the generic point on the shape or on the body in which the head is supposed to attach. And like say that I do this. So yeah, like I'd have to do something like that in order for this to work out. And I don't know. That's it's something that I'm like, maybe. Well, another thing to also think about is also like how do like the rest of the body. So like I said before, I think the way that some of the more successful things was like when I had the body, let's say the body again, it's a square. When I have the body and the legs attach, sort of like that. So like, let's say that this part here is part of the legs, and not the body. That's one thing that I've also noticed should probably happen, is that like I can do something like this can be the base of where the legs are, and then I just have like this base attachment thing, and then I can do whatever I want with the legs. So I could just be like, I don't know, here's some wheels or something on the sides, or something like that. That's something that I've noticed is a more successful thing, is to separate the attachment point to like a base on the legs. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the equivalent of that would be for the head. And I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know whether or not this works for all solutions and things. But also, this is less so, like everything that I'm saying right now, I guess, is less so the art style and more so just like how it technically works. And that's the thing that I'm noticing is probably the hardest, or the thing that is holding me back from exploring a ton of different styles, is that I'm like super caught up in like, how do I technically pull this off? And I don't know whether or not that's a good or a bad thing. So yeah, I'm gonna let's look at another shape. I tried looking at another shape before, but let's look at another shape here. So let's look at this circle, because I'm trying to think of like the extremes, and this would be like a fairly extreme thing, because this line attachment thing, that is something that I'm noticing is kind of successful. So if I were to continue doing that here, so let's just say, yeah, okay, it's a circle, yeah. Sorry for such a sketchy, the super sketchy look. Well, one thing that, yeah, this is the other thing that I'm also thinking about, is that this head shape is something where I'm like, it leans forward. So like if you look there, it's like leaning, like the center point is not in the, here, I'll make this a little bit more clear. Jeez. The center point of this is not the center of where the the connection is, versus something like what I could do here, where I can be like, okay, well now this could be part of the center point, like it's here, and then I just connect the base stuff here with like whatever thing. And that's one thing where I'm like, oh, do I want to do something like that? Or how do I support something like that? Not necessarily do I want to do something like that, because I think I do, but we'll see how exactly that works out. Also, sorry if I'm rambling, because this is very much, again, like I said, very much brainstorming, throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. That's the term. But yeah, so like, what does that look like? Also then, like, yeah, do I want to try and figure out like, oh yeah, if I did 2 circles, then it would look like a dumbbell kind of thing, or like For some reason, I don't know why I have this in my head, but then it would look like Cubics, that one old TV show, kind of thing. Although that's not true. This looks more like Roly Poly Oly than than Cubics, and that's why. Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I'm trying to figure that stuff out. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to even like think about. I don't know. And the other thing that I want to think about is like proportions, where, yeah, let's say that we have the head, like what's the size of the body in relation to the head, and then what's the size of like all the other parts in relation to the body. So right now what I did was just like, oh yeah, here's just a generic like thing here, and yeah, this is what the standard parts look like that, something like that. Yeah, sure. With the parts in the back like this. But do I want to have that same ratio? So like here it's this. It's a fairly well. It's a little bit more exaggerated in actual reality. In actual reality, it looks kind of like that. I'm trying to figure out, yeah, what's the best approach there, and does that affect? Because that could affect like these connection points of like, do I want to have these connection points be that this exposed, or do I want to have it, or like not necessarily exposed, but like very distinct, that adds to the overall shape of things? That's something that I'm also trying to think about. So I don't know, lot to think about. But yeah, so let's try and play with, the shape of things, or the size of things. I'm gonna try doing a small head, and this one I feel like I don't want to do. I feel like doing a more chibi character proportion thing is probably the way in which I want to do that the most, or the way in which I want to like continue exploring, because I feel like that's ultimately the style in which I want to do and want to go about doing things. But yeah, so like small head, let's just make a very square body. That's another thing. Again, attach point, I don't know, but like if I had like a huge base kind of thing, I don't know, sure. And then the arms relative to the size could be whatever, these half taco shapes. Sure, why not? Sometimes the simplified stuff works. Yeah, there's your taco shape. I don't know why they're taco shaped. And then doing something more along the lines of like, this could be very tiny, but like oh yeah, these could be like tank legs or something. Like tank tire tracks. Threads. That's what they're called. But I don't know about that. It's definitely something where I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to think about it. Ooh, Also, I've noticed. Sorry, I'm just gonna go. Okay. Okay, just checking something. No, not something weird on the stream, and everything's fine. But yeah, I think something like this size works. And let's say like because yeah, let's say that even looking at something like Armored Core, because this is where I was getting this idea here. Like these proportions are proportions that I'm not particularly fond of, because it looks very well. Of course, it looks very military slash mod. It looks less stylized. It looks really realistic, and that's not what I really want to go for. Well, really realistic. It looks like realistic for the PS1. And yeah, this proportion size where it's like. Oh geez, you really cannot see that. Where this here is like these are your arms in proportion to like your body, in proportion to what your head is, kind of thing. It's very, yeah. So that's what that proportion size is, and like just looking at this is very much like oh yeah, here's this, as opposed to the head, as opposed to the arms, and that seems like a fairly similar proportion size, at least in terms of width. And this definitely looks a little bit more cartoony, because of the overall size, like even the overall size of like the body and how big that, like how many heads tall this is. But it's definitely something I'm still trying to think about, and I don't know. A lot of that. One thing that I really also liked, like I say up here in this whatever this these words are, like I say up here, are that like this shape here, like this clear shape, especially for the accessories. This is like something that I'm really digging. Something where it's like it's so clearly like, okay, here's a fairly clear defined shape versus another fairly clearly defined shape, and like these proportions are great in relative to the rest of the body. Yeah, here's another fairly clearly defined shape. Yeah, of course they do a little bit more aligned like that, but like this size in relation to even the size of said body, in relation to the size of the head, it's more even, I guess. Although that's that's a little bit misleading, where this entire thing is the actual thing in question. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, let's move back again. I also really like these. I'll leave a note. I like this. Sure. Yeah. Also, like going back to exploring this is when I first, like the first kind of things that I was thinking about with connecting stuff, and like the different possible positions and things for where to connect them. Specifically these two. I think that I would love to be able to support something like this, because this kind of thing, having something where, like even if it wasn't just like specially suited, like there was an angle there, like say like it was like this, I would love to be able to do this if I needed to do this, this kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know what, if that is like ultimately what I'm trying to accomplish here. Also, I love how this doesn't look like an arrow. There, arrow. Look at that. Now it looks like a necktie. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I like that kind of thing, or I like to explore that kind of thing and see whether or not I want to support that. Let's go back to body proportions because I keep getting distracted like crazy. So yeah, let's see. Oh, actually I'm gonna be a little bit further away from stuff. Gonna try and change some of this. Okay. Okay, so let's say this is the head. I could do the very much, yeah, so this is a very smaller size body. And yeah, I don't know why I guess I'm gonna continue the taco arms. Because hey, it's another thing that I want to explore. Although I am changing a lot of variables at one time. So because like, yeah, this is no longer this is now a thing that I have to attach a thing to, but you're just gonna go with the same relative thing. Yeah, because I don't think that I like having it sit, like if I were to, let's say that I had the same thing, I don't think that I like having it sit on here. Makes a lot of sense because it's just it's a little too compressed, which yeah, I don't like all that much. Definitely trying to figure this out. Like I said before, I've attempted to do this offline and hasn't really worked out. I think it's because I don't have the strongest idea like in my head what exactly I want, so I'm just trying to explore. Not sure. Let me take a swig of water. Oh. Oh, sorry, I've noticed a missed call, but it was a scam. Scam likely call. So, you know, nothing too bad there. So yeah, I'm not sure about these. I don't really think that this is the proportions I like, because it's very much, again, very even proportion, which is fine. But yeah, in relation to everything else, it's yeah, I just don't, it's not vibing with me right now. Yeah, this is a very even proportioned kind of thing. Let's try doing the like going full GB route. So it's gonna be really big head versus really small body versus and I mean, like, already I don't I don't necessarily like this kind of thing. Yeah, this looks like I'm like a kid robot. Taco looks cute. It looks plushy. Also another that's also another good point. Wow, this is looks like I turned on big head mode or something. That's another good point, is that if I ever wanted to make plushies of these floating things, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, no, I do not like that. I'm not even gonna look into doing more of that. So far, yeah, the first one where it's more smaller head kind of worked. I don't know. I love how I think I said, oh, I don't want to do that, and yet here we are. Yeah, what about other shapes? Because yeah, I would like to if I had what are the extremes of the body types? Do I want to have it so that like okay, do I want to have it so that the body types of can be like really big, like in terms of extremes? So like, do I want to have something where it's like, yeah, this size here, over here, geez man, can I arrow do things this size here, or do I want to also be able to support this size here, geez, arrow? I don't think I want to do that one, because this one is just it's too small, and no, I don't like it. But I think something like this is probably the two extremes that I would want, particularly with the body, because I feel like I can get a good variety of stuff there, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay, more swigs of water. Maybe, hopefully, I'll think about stuff. So So if I think about let's say that I do have something that's huge. So like I had like a spider, idea. Oh man, I'm slowing down for some reason. Ooh, yeah, why am I slowing down so much? I guess we'll turn on that high best performance. Now this is gonna be really hot, but that, hey. Yeah, look at that. That is slowing down. Whoa. Sorry about that, yo. Oof. Ooh, jeez. This is an older tablet now. It's 5 years old, 4 years, no, 6 years old, 5 to 6 years old, something like that. 17, 3, yeah, 6 years old. So it is getting a little bit older. Huh. Yeah, let's say that I have that like spider concept. But the spider concept is the body part. Is that part of the or is this the body part here? And like, let's say all of this is the body part. Oh geez, what is up with my yeah, this is acting up. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Here, I'm gonna restart this real quick. And because I'm gonna do that, it's gonna break the stream. So, hi, it's me again. Let's go try and fix this. Okay. Yeah, no, it's still, hold on. Yeah, it's still doing it. I don't think that. One more time. Sorry about this. It's taking a bit to load up. Oh, oh. Ooh, this is a great sign. It's now it's just a black screen. Well, while this is going on, I guess I'll take a second to ask, hey, how's it going, everybody? How are you all doing? Unfortunately, my yeah, this is not working out all that well here. Let me try and figure out what's going on here. Oh geez. Okay. Because I'm not going to be able to draw if I can't draw. If it's like moving super slow here. Okay. Oh, almost reloaded here. There we go. Nope, still, yeah, now it's not letting me draw. So unfortunate. Sorry about that, yo. All the technical difficulties. Well, oop. Yeah, it just crashed again. Something's up here. I'm wondering if it makes sense to just completely restart my my tablet here. All right, I'll give this one more go, and then if it doesn't work, then I'll take this as a break. Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Maybe. I keep saying maybe. But we'll try this. let us switch back over to this, and we'll see how long this lasts. All right, so yeah, it seems like, yeah, it seems a lot better, sort of good enough at least. So let's see. So right here, I was working on bodies. So like, let's say that this entire thing was the body type for like a spider or whatever. Ooh, that's another good question, is that this is a very distinct body type. Like, let's say like as the, what is it, thorax, and like the actual body. What part is the legs, what part of the body? Because if I did something like this, yeah, beautiful legs. Also very slow legs, but at least I can draw them. Yeah, good enough legs. So like, if these were a part of the legs here, what part, like, I wouldn't be able to, because these are attached to this. I don't think that I would be able to call this part of the body. So like, really, this part, this is the legs. Yep. And now you can see why I have some crazy looking what you call it? Oof. Wow, this is really slowing down. Lego. Legs. There. It's weird. And then I have the body here. This is the body. Yep, no, this is this is a body. Ugh. Okay, I have a mind to restart my tablet. Yeah, then I mean, at this point, then it's just like I can do whatever I want. It would be the same. It would be the equivalent of just like, at this point I could just pick whatever. So like, yeah, if I had that whole thing like this, then I could have like a cool spider looking thing, and like the legs are definitely defining the silhouette of the character, which I think I'm okay with. So yeah, I would be okay with this. But the issue here is that if I were to look at the body here, I would put a point here on the body that's like, okay, this is where this connects. From like a technical standpoint, this is where this connects. And I don't think that I would be able to, like, I would have to do more than just be like, okay, here's this is the point in which to place the legs and whatnot, because it is something that I'd have to figure out, like, I'd have to do more than just the generic point there. Yeah, because yeah, like, let's say that I had this before, or this also, like, yeah, it's like this, yeah, like that, something like that. But then I have like a really big bulking boxy one, right? I'd have to, because I'm saying that this isn't the body isn't the thing that's changing here. Like, unless I did something like this, oh jeez, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'll have I have something curving there, or like have a point here on the legs that is like a circle. I know that's hard to understand what I'm doing here. Let's let's try and make this a little bit more clear. Like, I have a circle here. That way, then it will always work. And of course, like this will be like cut off here and cut off here, but like it's just gonna be a circle that attaches to here. I guess it would make more sense that it's like a sphere that's on the outside of this. But yeah, oh yeah, abstract art, yes. Very much me being like way too technical about like how exactly I'm gonna pull this off in code. So a lot of me making weird random shapes. But yeah, I don't know. That's one thing that I'm just trying to figure out is like, yeah, proportions. How extreme do I want to have this? Because this is a fairly extreme leg part, where if I was to be like yeah, like a lot of the things that I've come up with over here, while definitely unique, it's still within like a relative realm of possibility there. But I don't know. Also, I've noticed my pen, the tip is messed up. Great. That's of course when I'm doing it live, that's how it always is. I don't know. It's something that I'm really struggling with, is just trying to figure out proportion, figuring out how extreme I want these parts, and then trying to figure out like the like overall like style of these parts. I have like, yeah, I have a couple of standout things. Like, okay, what happens if I were to try and combine the things that I did like? So like if we go over here, I really like these spider legs, which is the reason why I keep coming back to that. But like if I were to blend these two things together, well, the two things that I really like so far, which is the head and the legs. So like here, like let's say I have the head. Yeah. Something like that, sure. Really sketchy, but you know, that's fine. I have the head here. The thing is, I don't know what to do for the body here. But then I say, like, let's say that this was a thing that was purpose built for this head, like this character. So it's not like I'm interchanging these parts. So yeah, what would that be? I don't know. Fairly angular, like continuing that theme of like an angular kind of thing. Oh, that's totally centered, but whatever. A very angular thing, and then it could be something like this, with then I also can have, so like if I want to have that spider thing, I have like this base thing going on here like that. Yeah, let's go with something like that, sure. Trying to also change up the positions of these legs. Oh, okay. Okay, let's just keep the same position. Ooh, yeah. My pen is it's getting weird. Lots of things going weird right now. But yeah, so like it would just be or I'll continue doing things like this. Sure. Doesn't need to be like precise. Just needs to somewhat show Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And then the other thing of note is like, yeah, what do the arms look like? And like I mentioned before, so far the arms have been floating from the thing, but if I were to make a purpose-built robot, yeah, I probably would attach the arms, because yeah, that looks a lot better. And like, oh yeah, these could be like drill arms. So oh jeez, yeah, my oh jeez, my pen is the tip is like bending while I'm drawing right now. So it is it's a little hard to do more precise motions. Yeah, sure. Yep. Oh man, yeah, no. Oh no. Oh, my pen. And I am fresh out of tips, so I might have to, well, I'm definitely gonna have to buy some more tips for this, but I might have to call it soon. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Anyway, that's the other thing about like, I don't know what to do for the other arm. I mean, I could just like continue with this like bee drill style thing where it's just, yeah, it's just both arms are that. Oh geez, yeah, it's dying. Also, that is not. Oh geez. It is so hard to draw. Uh-oh. This is really unfortunate. I might have to call it, at least for now, because I want to draw higher. Okay, I think I might have to call it there. Shoot. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, so when I'm pressing down on the glass, this is gonna be kind of hard to explain. When I'm pressing down on the glass, let's see whether or not you can actually see pen. Up. I don't think that this is gonna work. Oh, here. Whoop. There we go. When I'm pressing down on the glass, the tip is like moving to the right. So then everything like gets so like my pen moves over, but like the place it's pushing down on is not the correct spot, which is kind of a problem when you're trying to draw and you're trying to be like, okay, I want to put a line here. Unfortunately, I can't put the line there. So like, for instance, if I go in here and I'm like, okay, I want to, let's say I'm making very big broad strokes or whatever. Cool. Then I'm like, okay, I want to, oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, I want to put it down a thing like, yeah, like I'm trying to, I'm trying to, oh geez, yeah, now it's just completely bending and it's completely kind of broken. But like, yeah, it's definitely not mirroring the same stroke that I want and stuff. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But like I said, this is now a 6-year-old pen and 6-year-old tablet. So it's been bound to fail, but it's been pretty reliable in the past. But I'm gonna try and finish up this sketch. Have this bee drill arm. Yeah, something like that. Oh, no. Sure, sure. Yeah. I mean, I like this concept, but one, there's a lot of the issues with it. Although, I mean, besides the terrible sketch, the issues with it is that like it's very specialized. Because like notice how if I switch this, notice how the base here is like the appropriate width to the base of the body. And that's something where I'm like, oh yeah, I have to. What if I replace the body to be like a larger thing, and stuff like that, like to be a larger base. That's something, yeah, that I have to think about because, like, yeah, here I have the base be, or up here I have the base being a little bit wider. Yeah, that's just something that I really have to figure out. I'm not entirely sure what to do there. But yeah, like I said before, there's a lot of me being like, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. Well, yeah, here's one potential way, and this is a lot more geometric. Like, well, one, these are a lot more sharp, but a lot more geometric shapes. Which is kind of what I'm wanting to get at, because this is very much PlayStation 1 era things. So having very detailed and intricate models are not really what I want to get out of. But I do like the proportions here. I do like the proportions, especially in relation to the actual, like, yeah, the actual size. This one is the bottom part here is a little harder to tell what is the actual proportions, but like, yeah, I like that. And then like, even in comparison to like the arms, the true arms, I like these proportions. But yeah. It's a little. I'm definitely trying to just like figure out what exactly it is that I want out of things. I also love how I said, "Oh yeah, I'll stop," and yet here I am, still going. I'm just really determined to try and figure out how exactly I want these things to go. So yeah, let's look at stuff again. I also grabbed Mega Man Legends, or 64. That's the one that I played back in the day. But like, yeah, very distinct shapes. Very, like, you can tell, you can see the polygons that make up the model and stuff. And I like that kind of thing. Like even in this, I like how much you can just like see each individual thing. Like you can see that it's just like made up of these shapes. That's kind of one thing that I like. And I even like the shading that they're doing there, where it's very like cartoon shading. But it doesn't necessarily, I don't necessarily need to continue doing that. That's more of just oh, I like that aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, as you can see, just trying to figure things out. But I think unfortunately I'm gonna call it because it's getting a little tough to draw using my pen that's breaking down. Even though yeah, it's been 6 years. Yeah, we're gonna call it there. But oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, to do a really quick overview. So these are all the things that I drew so far. But a lot of just me trying to explore and see like what various things that I want out of the game. Like I said before, I really do like I like these kind of proportions here, especially in like Megabyte Punch, where you can see things relative to like the body versus the arms and stuff. I really like those kind of things. This is these very distinct non-intricate body parts here is just like, that's really what I really want to get at, kind of stuff. And that's kind of what I explored today. Things like this is it's not super intricate in terms of like the things on the mesh, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm not seeing like all these vents and things and a bunch of like small details and whatnot. It's very, very distinct. Same thing for up here, where you can still see like very distinct shapes. I'm not entirely sure if I want to have it be this simple. I want to have some type of level of detail, but that is a thing for me to explore a little later when I have a new pen. Or I guess a new tip for my pen. But yeah, with that, I think I'll call it. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Again, I know that it's been a while since I've been around, but again, I should be good for like in terms of things getting in my way, because house things are ramping down in terms of stuff that I've had to deal with, and my workload has become less overbearing within this past week. So that's one thing that I'm going to try and take advantage of for a little bit, and really trying to be a little bit more consistent. So more shorts coming, more a new video I'm working on, and hopefully I'll be done, but I'll let y'all know soon. I'll probably post in the community tab and on Twitter and things. And then I'm gonna do more live streams and more variety of live streams. So you can expect to see both more me doing like this exploration, this stuff, and then doing more like Hyperdot related things, both level design and working on the mobile version of Hyperdot, and tools. Working on some tools, just in general. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.